guys, welcome back to the Boing Bookshelf.
Today we're going to be doing Deadly Education for our third try.
Yes, sad that it's taken 3 tries to get this done. Anyways, we both read it. I listened to it in audio.
I read the actual physical book.
So we're going to do our review on... Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different.
Before we truly get into the book, it does have some controversy about it. Naomi Novik did, unfortunately, right before it actually got published, added in a line that she didn't have go through her sensitivity reads, and she really should have, because if she thought about it, she would have realized that it kind of goes along with a stereotype about dreadlocks being dirty. So that one, she did apologize for it. If you're hesitant on reading it because of the controversy, I'd suggest reading her apology. To me, it came off as sincere. I know some people it might not. If it doesn't come off sincere to you, you probably don't want to read the book. There are some other controversies. I'm pretty much as white bread as you can come, so I'm not really the best one to make any judgment calls on them.
Yeah, it didn't really, any of the other controversies I didn't really,
Come here.
I didn't really notice or anything like that.
Yes, the other ones, by the time I saw anything about them, it came more off like they were nitpicking things that it's like, well, this isn't the best done type things. It wasn't necessarily actually problematic as much as, yeah, if you're really looking to be offended by it, you could possibly be offended by it. But again, it doesn't truly pertain to either of us, so we're not the best judge of that. But into the actual book.
Sorry, before we get started, he's been pacing trying to get up in our laps, and he's been making me nervous because I don't want claws in my thighs. But yeah, so he finally got up here. But okay, anyways, on to the review. And not Igor. So it follows a girl named Elle. She is a little bit different than your normal main character.
Yes.
Our female main character. She's like...
She comes off like she's really meant to be the villain.
Yeah. So she's set up to be like a loner and all that stuff. It's kind of, you have a hard time kind of relating to her if you're not like a loner yourself. Look, it's like a cat. But she was really cool. Super powerful.
Yes. Very shy though, so.
Yeah. But she's going to this school, and it's like, think of Harry Potter if the devil made the school and the school's out to kill you, not to help you.
Yes. Really, the school's not trying to kill them so much as the school isn't functioning quite the way it's supposed to.
But yeah, so it's really good. You just kind of follow Elle through the last little bit of her junior year, because that's when things kind of kick off. It does seem to start more in the middle of the story than in the beginning, but that's just mainly because nothing has really happened to her until now.
Yes. Nothing important. Important for the actual story, I should say. I do know you did tend to find it a little bit more, read more like a diary entry.
Yeah, so like the audio book came off to me more like a survival guide and a a cross between a survival guide and a diary entry, which was really weird because there wasn't because Elle is very a loner and shy. She doesn't have a whole bunch of monologue with other characters, and it's all internal. And she's telling us the story, of some of the history going back through her own memories and not through someone else's or whatnot.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. I mean, it's definitely first person, but it doesn't come off as if you're experiencing the events through Elle, more of that Elle's just telling you what happened.
Yeah, and there's a lot more talking to the reader instead of showing us. So it's kind of it was good, don't get me wrong, I liked it, it was good, and I do want to read the second one when it comes out next year. But just know it does a lot of talking to you, not
Yes.
talking or not showing you.
Yes. Yeah, no, I know you tend to prefer classic first person, almost can never stand third person.
It's so hard.
So that is something you want to keep in mind if you have issues with a book that, it might be first person, but it's not, you're experiencing it like you're that person, you might have some trouble getting into it. It could definitely come off as monotone.
It was a little bit monotone. But yeah, I mean, it was really good setup. So the school has these things called mouths, which is monsters, and the monsters are basically going to eat anybody who's out in the halls past curfew or wanders a hall or stairway by themselves, goes to the bathroom by themselves, sits underneath the wrong air vents. So it's actually a very big miracle that Elle has survived this long being by herself.
Especially since she seems to be a bit of a magnet for mouths. They seem to really like the smell of her.
The magic she gets off of it.
I guess more of the smell of the magic coming off of her. She draws them left and right.
Yeah. But yeah, and then there's another character named Orion who is your classic I have to save everybody hero.
Yes. He comes off like the chosen one type character.
So it was interesting watching their interactions with each other and watching Elle slowly open up by the end of the book. But Orion has this annoying habit of being at the right place at the right time.
To save the day.
Yes.
And it's definitely irksome for Elle.
Yes.
Full name Galadriel, literally named, her parents literally named her after, her mom literally named her after Galadriel from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
She does not like it.
But yeah, so we just kind of follow Elle and her trying to stay alive through her daily education, all while dealing with an annoying Orion and learning how to make friends.
Yes. I'm torn on the world building for it because, I know you definitely want the school described much more than it is.
And it's bare minimum.
It's she built an amazing world, but she didn't completely fill in all of the details for it. So there's some amazing world building, but there's a lot of details that are lacking. So it's not a complete world build yet.
Yeah, and it's okay, so one of the things that Elle faces is one of the big mouths that she comes face to face with, and she talks to us about the battle between Elle and this big baddie, but doesn't really describe she says that Elle's in terror, and Elle is terrified for her life and is thinking that she's gonna die. But she's just telling us, she's not showing us. And I wanted to know more about, I just wanted to be more in the feels of that.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the parts where you get the most feels of emotion out of Elle, but it's still more of told rather than described to experienced. It's like, it's not even fully described. It's just told.
Mm-hmm.
So, not the best book ever, but it's not bad.
No, and I mean, like,
It's definitely worth reading.
He read it within, just a couple of days altogether.
Yes.
Because he did have to stop an adult a lot. But...
And there's definitely times where it kind of upped my anxiety, but not, like you can have a book where it's so action-packed, your anxiety kind of goes up from that. It wasn't that. It was, I don't even know, I can't even describe how it was making my anxiety go up. It wasn't anticipation or anything like that. It's just...
There wasn't very much anticipation in the book. I
Yeah.
read that, which is kind of sad.
I mean, she does come in contact with a lot of mouths that she has to fight off, but it's still not really action.
Yeah, no, again, it all goes with describing and non-describing. But yeah, no, like, watching him read it was hilarious because he would bust out laughing and tell me about little things that happened, which did end up being spoilers for a lot of it, but...
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, and then during, like, my listen through, I mean, it was good, just... I would, like I said, it's like Ella's trying to tell you how to survive this school.
Yes.
Not how she's surviving the school.
I mean, it's still a little bit how she is. It's her survival guide for the school. It's not full-blown survival guide, but kind of get that.
Yeah. But yeah, so.
Yeah, it's not the best done book. I am highly anticipating the second book. I'm hoping that there's some more detail put into the world building.
It did end on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so just be
Yes.
warned. It wasn't like a super big one for me. It didn't hit me like right in the gut, but it did him.
Yeah, I mean, nowhere near as bad as what I thought, because I basically got spoiled that there was a cliffhanger. I didn't get the actual cliffhanger, but I got spoiled that there was going to be one, so I was anticipating this horrible cliffhanger, and it's not really like, oh my god, what's going to happen now? It's, oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, man, that's, I wasn't expecting that part.
Yes. I definitely suggest reading it if any of our critiques on it are stuff that you can handle dealing with. If you cannot stand survival guide style books, you probably won't enjoy it. Don't go into it expecting Harry Potter.
Yeah, no.
That's for sure. I guess till next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. Give us a like or a thumbs up. And
If you have read it, would love to hear your thoughts on it.
yeah, I'd love to know how y'all took it. Was it survival guide-ish to y'all, or was that just me? So far, it just seems to be me. But anyways, tell us what you think in the comment section. And until next time, we'll catch y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.